Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is time for just a word from the Word. Our passage this morning comes from the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 13, and I'm reading from the English Standard Version. And here's what it says. But the angel said to him, now this is Zechariah, the man, the angel's Gabriel, do not be afraid, Zechariah, for your prayer has been heard. And your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you shall call his name John. If you stop and think about what the angel Gabriel just told Zechariah, it's actually pretty funny and feels rather ridiculous. As I was reading Luke 1 yesterday, I stopped. I stopped at verse 13. I couldn't hardly get past it. I had to make a note of it. Talk about a delay, y'all. Have you ever prayed a prayer and it was so long ago that you even forgot about the prayer, or worse, you remembered the prayer but you gave up on the prayer? This is what's going on with Zechariah. I imagine when Gabriel comes and stands before Zechariah that there was this moment that Zechariah was like racking his brain because the angel had just told him a prayer that he had prayed was going to be answered. I mean, he could have been thinking of anything. I don't know. Maybe he needed strength in his body. Maybe he wanted to be able to offer incense some more in the temple, more than just that one time, probably his whole life that he got to do it on that particular day. Um, we don't know. Maybe he had prayers for his wife, Elizabeth. Um, maybe she wasn't feeling well, or, we don't know. We don't know. But I do imagine that Zechariah probably was just racking his brain trying to figure out, ooh, what prayer? What prayer is God getting ready to answer? And then the angel says, in essence, no, it's not any of the prayers that you're thinking about right now, Zechariah. It's the very prayer that you gave up on. Let that sink in. It was the very prayer that Zechariah and Elizabeth had given up on. That God said, now's the time to answer that prayer. Man, I feel Jesus. And here's this morning's just a word from the Word. Has there ever been a prayer that you've given up on? That you said, I've prayed, God apparently said no, I'm just gonna go on. This is not a prophetic word for everybody, but this is, at bare minimum, an encouragement for somebody. I don't want to claim that it's something that it's not. Somebody that's going to watch this video, maybe live or later. There's been a prayer request that you have laid before the Lord, something that you've desired so greatly. And time went on, and it just looked like God was not going to answer that prayer in the way that you thought that it should be answered. And so you resolved yourself to the answer to your prayer as being no. There just could be Not that there's going to be an angel come and stand in front of you and give you this word, but I want to encourage somebody's faith this morning. Renew your faith for that long ago prayer and trust that if it's God's timing, when it's God's timing, He will bring that prayer to pass. Though it delay, it will come. Though it seems like you've given up and God has said no, His delay is not a no. His delay has been a not now, not yet. But for somebody, I don't know who you are. I believe the Lord will speak to you and let you know that it's you. But for somebody, that delayed prayer is about to be answered. Don't lose faith like Zechariah. Zechariah had so given up on the prayer that he couldn't even believe the word of the Lord when it came to him. Somebody is going to have the Lord come to you and say, remember that prayer that you prayed, that you gave up on. Don't give up. That is a word from the word. And I need to stop. But God bless you. Have a beautiful day. And Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow morning.